Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce. And this morning, you're tuning in to a little Zoom into business, and we're zooming right down to the WCTV studio with our girlfriend, Johanna Perrino. So good morning, Miss Johanna.
Good morning, Janie. Always lovely to see your face.
You're so cute. So before we get going, I want to know how many years have you been with WCTV?
It will be 29 years in June. June 1st, actually. I started June 1st, 1992. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
It
I
is.
hope.
It has flown. It has
Oh,
just flown, and it has been such a wonderful career. I'm so blessed to be here all these years.
oh
Really a
my
fun job.
gosh. Yeah, 29 years. So I hope they have a gold watch getting ready for you.
I'm sure that's coming.
I'm sure that is. So tell us about WCTV because something tells me you know it inside and out.
I hope so. I should, right? So
Hmm.
WCTV is a PEG access television studio that's owned and operated by the city of Wadsworth. So we're a city department, just like the electric department, the streets, the parks. We are a city department. So we operate the channels, the local access channels. So if you have CityLink cable, you would get our channels on 15, 16, 17, and 18. If you have Spectrum cable, you would get our channels on 1023, 1024, and 1025. So what PEG access means is public, educational, and government. So we operate 3 channels. The public access channel is open to anyone that lives in the city of Wadsworth or businesses that want to come in and produce their own television show. And that's what I do. If they come to us with an idea, one of the many things I do, they come to us with an idea, I help them facilitate that idea and turn it into a television program. As you know, Janie, we've done that many times with the chamber. You've had many different series and programs. So we just kind of help you facilitate that through the use of our studio, our remote equipment, our editing systems, and that is all free to the community. The educational access channel, obviously, just what it says, it's the channel that all the school programming is on. So the school board meetings, all of the high school sports that we produce, those all go on channel, the educational access channel. And then the government access channel, again, just what it says, any government related programming. So we produce all the city meetings, even some things that are county level, like maybe the county auditor, the treasurer will do some shows. So anything government related goes on that channel. And, a lot of people are watching the city meetings now. They're all being done via Zoom for the past year. So that's our government access channel. And then if you have CityLink cable, you actually get an extra channel, which is our community bulletin board. So that's where all the public service announcements, community announcements, the chamber announcements, Main Street Wadsworth, those run on that channel along with sports, weather, stocks, just an information channel. So that's what we are. Then we also,
Wow.
yeah, and then
Wow.
all of that is also available online, on demand. So all of our programming is available on what's called watchwctv.com that you see behind me. So you can watch all of our programming on demand anytime you want, anytime, anywhere.
So if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can say, hey, I'm really missing seeing Janie Parrish. I'm going to watch a Wadsworth Chamber show.
Absolutely. You just go to
Okay.
watchwctv.com. There's a series of many folders of all the titles of all of our programs, or you can just type in the search bar what you're looking for and it'll pop up. You can watch it on your phone, your iPad, your computer, any mobile device.
Oh. So all of this is amazing to me, but tell me what is so unique about this community television station?
So one of the things that makes us unique is that we are municipally owned and operated. There's probably around 1,600 public access, PEG access centers in the United States, but only a handful of them are actually owned by a municipality. Most of them are just nonprofit organizations. So we feel
Mm.
very lucky that we are, part of the city. And another thing that makes us different is the amount of programming we produce. Our community has really embraced us. And when I first started 29 years ago, my job was to go out and get people, do outreach, and get people to use the studio, to produce programs, to exercise their First Amendment right of freedom of speech. That's what public access is all about. So we want to give them a place for their voice. And that's what my job was when I first came in. And so I did outreach to, not only the public, but all the nonprofit organizations, because they can utilize us as another avenue to get their word out. So we produce about, like last year, we did about 1,700 shows, even with coronavirus and our studio being shut down for several months.
I am
So that's about
amazed.
That's a lot. That's
Yes.
a lot. So that's about 150 shows a month. So I'm in contact with many other access centers in Ohio and in the country. I served on the board for the Alliance for Community Media, which is a national organization, for many years. And so I kind of, just kind of curious about what other communities are doing. And honestly, the most I found in our area of access centers, they're producing maybe 15 to 20 programs a month. And we're producing 140 to 150 shows a month.
Very nice.
Now, that's a lot.
That is a lot. Yep. So tell us, why do you love what you?
Not every
I'm
one
sorry.
of them.
No, go ahead, Joanna. I
I was going
interrupt
to say, not
everybody.
every. That's okay. It's hard with Zoom because it's kind of a delay, but not every one of them are produced in a studio. Some of them are produced remotely, or some of them are like what you're doing right now, producing Zoom, doing Zoom, and then you send us the file that we can air them. So
there you go. So tell us, after 29 years, why do you still love what you do?
I just love what I do because it's different every day. I never come in and do the same thing every day. I'm looking forward to when we can get back to doing our studio productions, because that's what makes it fun. The people coming in and out and, doing different programs every day. I also just love our staff. We are so fortunate to work with the people we do. Of course, everybody knows John Manning retired in September. We miss him, but I know he's enjoying retirement. And I am on a mission to get him back to at least volunteer in some sort in the future. John Bernard, everyone knows, does such an excellent job with our sports productions, and then he handles all our programming and traffic, keeping us all on the air, and just does a great job and just handles all our technical things. And then, of course, I don't know, do you know Drew Bixler, Janie?
I might have heard of him.
I think everyone knows Drew Bixler. Does also an excellent job on our sports, handles all our public meetings, which has been a challenge this year with them being on Zoom. And then now we're doing a hybrid of Zoom and in person. So that's, has some challenges, and he's done a great job bringing that his technical knowledge to make all that work. And then we have two part-timers that everyone may not know yet, but hopefully once we get back to some normal in-person things, people will get to know them a little more. Nick Balaj and Jared Evangelist. They've done a great job with sports this year. We've been able to bring all of our sports, since football, basketball, wrestling, and now new this year, gymnastics. We've been able to bring everything live to our community because, not everyone can attend. So that has been a really good thing that we've been able to do this year. So great staff. I couldn't ask for any better. So I'm just thankful to work with all of them.
Oh, so one last question to ask is, how can people find you?
So we're physically located at the Wadsworth Community Center. So we're located at 619 School Drive. We're right around the corner, the west side of the building, right around from the YMCA, and next door to the Suprema Senior Center. Our website is wctv.wadsworthcity.com. And of course, you can find us on watchwctv.com. That's where you can find all of our programming, and social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And then, of course, you can give us a good old-fashioned phone call, which I'm always loving to hear people's voices, since it's kind of lonely here in the studio now without everyone coming in and out. But phone number 330-336-7919.
Oh, Joanna, thank you for educating us all about WCTV. It's good to hear it again periodically, just because you can't believe that you do so much, you know, and that the city keeps you guys going, because boy, that's wonderful. Yeah. I think we're one of the very few
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that I've heard about a community television.
Ab-
So I appreciate that. So, and we appreciate you, Joanna. You do so much for the community, including being a fabulous member of the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and the fundraising person for the Wadsworth Chamber. So thank you so much, Joanna.
My pleasure. Have a good day.